Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a Christmas-related loot video for you all today. Today, I bring you loot from 10,000 Christmas crackers. Now, this video would have been released around Christmas time, however, it did take quite a while to obtain all these crackers, as you can imagine, with the buy limit, of course, being 50. This video did cost about 180 mil to do, buying the first 5,000 for 20k each, and the next 5,000 for 16k each. So the real question coming into this video is, will I make money or will I lose money? And if so, how much? Before we find that out though, we do have some quick words from our sponsor today, Raid Shadow Legends. So if you haven't heard yet, Raid Shadow Legends is one of the top 3 ranked RPGs on the Google Play Store. It was also nominated as a finalist for Google's Best of 2019 Choice Awards. With over 15 million downloads in just 6 months' time, you can only imagine what they have in store for 2020. With over 400 champions you can collect and personally customize, as well as clans so you can raid with your friends, family, anyone who has a mobile device, or even a PC, since Raid is a crossover game, friendly to mobile and PC users. And the best part about it all is it is completely free to play. Not only do you get dark fantasy gameplay, but you get the realism to go along with it. Just look at this amazing detail put into every aspect in the game, truly capturing the gaming experience for what it is meant to be, which is always what keeps people coming back every day of the week. Now, if you are a new player, rewards for you can be found at the very top right inside of this treasure box here, available only for the next 30 days. You will receive your very own champion known as the Executioner, with plenty of other rewards given out over time. Make sure to check out the video description as well. Click on those special links if you are a new player, and you can receive 100,000 silver on top of 50 gems, as well as 1 energy refill. With all of these rewards as well as your free champion, you will have a great jump start on your journey. So the real question is, what are you waiting for? Start your new year off right. Try out Raid. Just make sure to check out the description below and use those links. As always, a big thank you to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video. They are very supportive of me and many other content creators on YouTube. So yeah, big thanks to them. And with all that being said, let's get into today's video. Alright, so Christmas crackers were released into the game December 25th, 2001. And as the making of this video goes, right now it's January 11th. They are currently at a price of about 13k, which means it looks like they've already gone down pretty significantly since I actually purchased them from this video. Now, I don't see them actually raising in price anytime soon, seeing as there's just so many in Old School RuneScape. However, in RuneScape 3, for those of you who still follow that game, they are actually considered to be one of the rarest and most valuable item in the whole game. The very first RuneScape Christmas event in 2001 was how these crackers were introduced. I think they were dropped randomly, and of course a lot of players at the time did collect them, and if you were one of those players, man, I am jealous of you, because as we know, many years later these started to become very popular and you really couldn't get them anymore. So once that became a thing, the price skyrocketed. Up until this very day, it is still one of the most valuable items on that game, RuneScape 3, that we all know and love, or some of us used to know and love. As you can imagine, these were mostly never sold on the Grand Exchange due to just the price being over max cash, at least for the last 8 to 10 years. You would definitely lose a lot of money if you did sell one on the Grand Exchange rather than to another player for either spirit shards or different rares from that player themselves. So upon opening these Christmas crackers, the player who had the cracker and the player who it was used on would each have a 50-50 chance to receive a randomly colored party hat, while the other player gets the other item. I myself was trying to use one account for receiving and one account for opening, but I was having some trouble, so I did ask a friend of mine just to log into one of my alts, help me out with the video, and simply bank every time the account's inventory got full. So a huge shout out to him. He did help me out with this video, and it did take us about all day, so very nice of him to do that. I did use Drainer Bank. You know, it was a pretty nostalgic location for many different reasons, as well as the privacy there. And all in all, this video really only took about 5 to 6 hours because I was clicking and banking as fast as I could, even though my fingers did hurt at times because it's a left click action in your inventory and then a left click to the player next to you. Then of course you have to bank and withdraw everything, deposit everything. So yeah, Yeah, but I mean, I picked flax for 30 hours straight one time, so, you know, I was kind of used to the finger pain. Collecting 10,000 of these crackers overall did take a while. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you know, the buy limit was being so restricted, but through the help of actually a few players in World 301 who did sell me a few thousand, that did save me a little bit of time waiting, and eventually I did gather all 10k. Now, I don't think I should say this on video, but honestly, you know, this is going to be a hit or a miss anyway, so I might as well. One of the guys who did sell me about 1,400 Christmas crackers after I completed the trade did brag to me that he got them from a bot farm. So yeah, I don't know if these holiday events get botted, but that could potentially be a thing, and maybe that's how people got a lot of these Christmas crackers into the game at this point on Old School. I definitely knew going into this video that I would lose a lot of money just because the price of party hats is so low compared to the price of the cracker. Currently, the most expensive party hat is blue at 11k, and even though purple is technically the rarest to receive, I guess more people just prefer the color blue. And even in RuneScape 3 back in the day anyway, blue has and will always be the most expensive party hat in that game. The white, the green, the yellow, the red, those are all about 2k a piece, and the purple is the second most expensive at just around 3k. Now, with all of the holiday events that bring more and more party hats into the game through the next couple years, I don't think that these party hats will ever raise in price, but it is hard to believe that they will go down in price either. I mean, they're so cheap as it is. So once I get all these party hats at the very end of the video and we do the price check, I think I'm just going to make them into a cool collection, and hopefully in the next 10 to 20 years, if I myself or RuneScape is still alive, maybe the price will have gone up by then. I guess we'll have to wait and find out on that one. As it goes for the normal drops though, you know, the non-rare, non-exclusive drop table, just from opening up these crackers, surely you've seen them in the bank by now. Just to recap on those drops, you know, you have the chocolate bar, the chocolate cake, the silver bar, the spinach roll, the iron ore, which you get 5 noted, the holy symbol, the silk, the gold rings, the black daggers, and of course, the law rune. Those drops mentioned are usually 1 in 5 to 1 in 10, not too rare. The black dagger, the law rune, is the most uncommon at 1 in 25. And of course, if you want to use these crackers on someone, they have to have their accept aid option turned to on. I don't believe you can use these crackers on an Iron Man. According to the wiki, nothing is going to happen except for text that pops up that says you are an Iron Man and you stand alone. These days, Christmas crackers can be obtained by completing Christmas holiday events that occur once per year. During September 2013, there was 7 days where you could participate in a clue/NPC event, and you were able to receive, I think, 7 crackers total from that. I myself never participated in that, so I have no recollection, but that is another reference from the wiki. And as you also may have noticed, whenever you do open a Christmas cracker, there is a short animation that shows a vial and a little bit of fire. At least that's what I think it looks like. There's no delay with this animation. If you're fast, you can spam click them on another player, and the crackers will just open pretty quickly. I was just using around 13 to 15 per every inventory, so that made the banking pretty easy for me and also my friend. Speaking of pulling these Christmas crackers, if you are actually curious if anyone was crazy enough to pull a Christmas cracker on RuneScape 3 where they're worth quite a bit of money and have been for many years, the only video that I could find was August 25th, 2011 on an episode of Chris R.G.B Prods where an infamous staker named Defiant Heart did open a cracker on one of his friends, and he actually did receive the most expensive party hat, which was the blue one, and then he proceeded to high alk it, so that must have been nice to have that much money back in those days. Back in those days though, I would assume the only people to really carry a massive amount of Christmas crackers, if one at all, would be a staker, a dicer, a flower host, you know, someone who's involved with just a lot of money in the community, or at least control of a lot of money. And since most of those guys have been banned over time, I am curious, you know, just how many Christmas crackers are left in the game. I know I have referenced RuneScape 3 quite a bit in this video, but that's really only because the cracker itself is worth so much more on the RuneScape 3 market than it is on the old school RuneScape market. And if you yourself are a RuneScape 3 player, or you know about the market for these crackers, for the party hats and rares in general, make sure to leave a comment below, because I definitely don't see too much discussion about the crackers in 2020. And the last time I went on the forums and I went to the trading section for discontinued items, only looked to be about 11 people online, so I don't think even that's too active. I'm not too sure where people go to trade these days. Well, just about 400 left. We are coming to a close here. You know, didn't really have too many clips to put into this video, obviously. It was really just a lot of banking and a lot of opening. Yeah, on a side note, one drop that I did forget to mention is the spinach roll. Pretty unique item to get from a cracker. And I am looking forward to price checking all of these party hats, as well as all the other miscellaneous items, and seeing just how much we made from 10,000 Christmas crackers, or should I say just how much we lost, because I think at this point into the video, just judging by today's prices, I think we all know that I definitely lost money here, but I'm not too upset about that. You know, know, if anything, this just motivates me to start killing other monsters around the game and rebuilding whatever I may have lost during this video. Also, a video that you guys will be seeing in a few days, probably 2 days from now, is a huge Muddy Key related video, and I did spend quite a lot of money on that as well. I won't spoil anything for that, but yeah, you know, certain videos are gonna cost a lot of money. I know when I get to Impling videos in the future, I'm gonna lose a lot from those as well. Luckily, certain monsters in this loot series has provided me with all of the GP that I do need to make some pretty weird videos. So, you know, I hope you guys do enjoy these. I know it's not as entertaining as the monsters, but nevertheless, I really do appreciate you guys watching them, especially this video, and I think you guys can understand why. Yeah, here we are. Loot from 10,000 Christmas crackers has been completed. A lot of finger pain, no doubt about it. And first, what we're going to do is we're going to price check every single thing that we have in this account's bank. You know, we do have a 50-50 chance at getting the cracker reward, and so does the other account standing right next to us. So once we get the price check number from this, we're going to go ahead and trade the alternate account and take everything from him, and then combine the two together. Alright, so here we go. This is the very first price check, all the party hats and all of the miscellaneous items. And the very first price check does come out to be a staggering 17.9 mil. Now, I think even if the other account has a lot, you know, we spent 180, so things aren't looking too good. But that's alright, you know, maybe we're just starting off slow. But yeah, we'll go ahead and bank all of these items, and then we're gonna go ahead and now do the second price check. Trading my man, Pizza Masters. And as you can see, you know, just by everything that he's showing in trade here, we virtually came up with almost the same number. I mean, after all, it is a 50-50 chance. So these numbers were expected to be very similar. But yeah, the second price check does come out to be approximately 17.7 mil. So if we now go into the bank and combine all these party hats, then, you know, they stack up pretty nice. Looks like we got just over 5,000 iron ore, 1,000 spinach rolls, close to 1,000 gold rings, a lot of chocolate bars, a lot of silver bars, and, you know, if we do add both of those numbers together, you're looking at just about 35.6 mil. So, you know, not the greatest turnout, but at least you know now what to expect from Christmas crackers, especially with the price that I bought them at. You know, not the best timing for sure. However, though, you know, if these party hats do ever raise in price through the years, we might actually profit. It's highly unlikely, but you never know. So yeah, you know, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. A big shout out again to Pizza Masters for all the help with the banking and the opening. And even though it's not Christmas anymore, Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be keeping all these drops as a collection. Have a great 2020, and maybe next year we'll do loot from 100,000 Christmas crackers. Till next time, guys, thank you so much for your support. Mr. No Sleep, out.